All right, so a lot happening in Pretoria this weekend, the meeting of the ANC's National Executive Committee, and also the 8th Thabo Mbeki Africa Day lecture will be delivered tonight at the University of South Africa in Pretoria by Columbia University Professor Mahmood Mamdani. Our reporter Chriselda Lewis is there. Chriselda, tell us what to expect.
Well, Francis, fresh off the Africa Day celebrations just yesterday, this evening here at the University of South Africa in Pretoria. Well, this is where the 8th Thabo Mbeki Africa Day lecture will be delivered by the Columbian University Professor Mahmood Mamdani. Now, Mamdani is expected to focus quite a lot on Africa's growth and what are some of the stumbling blocks towards Africa's growth and how Africa can continue to develop. Of course, you'll note as well that is one of the directors at one of the universities in Uganda, a director in social research, and a lot of his work has really focused on, African history as well as politics. We're expecting him to touch quite a lot on, political strife on some parts of the continent. If we look at some of the challenges that some of the countries on the continent continue to face relating to unemployment, poverty, as well as inequality, he'll talk quite a lot about how Africa would be able to circumvent or deal with some of those challenges that it is facing. I think it's quite poignant to raise at this point, very importantly, a letter that was just published the other day by the head of the Thabo Mbeki Africa Leadership Institute, where he pointed out that with the billions of population that the continent does have, and with the richness that Africa has in terms of mineral resources, why is it then that the continent's people continue to be the poorest of the poor and continue to live in poor conditions? So those are some of the issues that we think that the professor will raise very importantly at this lecture here to mark also Africa Day.
And a big topic, especially as our own poverty levels being brought up in a recent report, 54% or thereabouts. So even in South Africa, the most industrialized, developed perhaps country on this continent, poverty is huge. And we will be taking you live to that lecture a little bit later on. That coverage, live coverage starting at about 7 o'clock.